So, this coming Thursday, the Bank of England and the European Central Bank rate decisions are due. No change expected from either bank this time around. Focus, though, is especially going to be on whether the ECB head, Mario Draghi, announces any type of alternative easing measures. We've been talking about this for quite some time now. My first guest says that the last 6 weeks have proven that the more detailed the forward guidance we get, the weaker the value of a currency. Ashraf Laidi is the Chief Global Strategist at Citi Index, and he is with us here in the studio. Hi, Ashraf.
Hello.
What do you mean? What do you mean? If we get forward guidance, isn't that supposed to be a positive for markets? We know what they're doing.
Positive, but forward guidance, it's the more words you add, the more constraints you add, the more the central bank says, we are taking care of things if unemployment drops, if inflation rises. The Federal Reserve has the more detailed the guidance. It has basically said, before it used to be unemployment rates might rise if unemployment reached 6.5, but now they said interest rates won't go up until unemployment falls considerably below 6.5%. But it has also taken care of the inflation aspect. That's a nice piece for the doves. Basically said that as long as inflation remains well below 2%, we're not raising rates. It's taking care of things. The ECB doesn't have much. It just says that our bias is for lower rates. And that's all it has. So when the inflation starts to improve a little bit, they don't have much to say that. And the BoE, what about the BoE? Yields have gone up. They basically said that interest rates might start to go up when unemployment goes to 7%. But they haven't really stated much verbal detail. Yeah. So they're allowing the market to push.
So we're just looking at a euro-dollar chart here. We've been holding on to this 135, 136 level in a bit for a while now. I mean, we keep kind of flirting with the same levels. Yeah. Why is the euro holding up so magnificently well when everything is still playing out in the eurozone?
Well, I'm sure you've asked people that question so many times. You said when things are playing up. I could answer the question by saying they didn't have a government shutdown and so on, but that's the easy part. The other part is that when they cut rates last month, we actually said that's good for the euro because it spared the euro from a painful, slow decline. Had they not cut rates in November, the euro would have been weaker in anticipation of a rate cut in December. Since the ECB has never cut rates back to back, only during the crisis, and we're not in a crisis, so they're not going to do that now. So basically, we said this is actually a buy opportunity, and we did, issue some indications that it would be a buy at around 133. Yeah. Are we going to go above 137? Here is the yes, we are going to stay between 133 and 135. I think we probably edge higher towards 138 once we get a dovish surprise from the Federal Reserve.
You mentioned the Bank of England, and I know in your note you talk about how the pound remains fundamentally superior to the euro and the dollar. Well, all depending.
Well, exactly. I mean, the key would be relative. I think the pound had the most, the longest series of upside surprises in the data. And today we hear the Bank of England is going to retire some of the stimulus from the mortgage market. That's going to take care of the the 3 clauses of the BoE that said that, in case there is some instability, is going to be challenged in the financial market. That also means the housing. Interesting is that shows about the bullishness of the pound is that 2 weeks ago when the Bank of England upgraded growth and downgraded inflation, the market paid attention to the growth aspect. Why is that? Because as long as growth is okay and inflation is still going to be going back towards the target, that actually increases the chances that unemployment is going to go down back towards the 7% level, which is just more hawkish, which is strong for the British pound. That's why really the pound continues to be the preferred, followed by the euro and very, very close to it, the US dollar. So basically, simply said, the Federal Reserve has many ways that rather than any other central bank to say that rates are going to remain low and we're going to remain on the dovish side. They have more ability to say that in many ways than the other central bank, and that's negative for the dollar.
Excellent. We will make note of that, and we'll speak to you soon again. Ashraf, thank you very much. Ashraf Laidi, Chief Global Strategist from Citi Index.